Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video about how to improve your macro photography shots. In previous video I mentioned that it is really important to have a good macro lens. But to get the most out of your lens and make that really nice photos that are sharp, have nice coloration and much details, you really need some post-production software like Photoshop. Firstly, always shoot your pictures in a RAW mode. This way you can do some adjustments without losing too much picture quality. So open Photoshop and open a raw image. Okay, when you opened a raw image, you will see the picture and you will see some settings on the right. And I don't touch all these settings, just a few like exposure, clarity and vibrance. The exposure. The picture is not really dark, but I want it a little bit brighter. So let's see what we can do by adjusting the bar to the right. You see that the picture gets more bright, but this is too bright, so you need a nice balance. Something like this. Yeah, I like this one. This looks good. Okay, next. The contrast, the highlights, the shadows, we all use them later, but not now in these settings. The clarity. You can use it a little bit, but don't go too far because it will not look natural. So something like this is too much, too low. Yeah, this looks good. The vibrance also don't go too much because the coloration will not be natural. Just use it a little bit and it can improve the picture a little. So when you have played with the exposure, the clarity and the vibrance, you open the image and we go further with editing. Now it's loading the picture and we're going to do a few things. We're going to make it more sharp, we're going to bring more details in it, we're going to play with the contrast and some with the shadows and the highlights. So first of all, we're going to crop the image by selecting the view that we want to see. Something like this. We go to image and we click on crop. Okay, now the photo is nice cropped. We're gonna copy this layer. Click on it and drag it down to this button. And now we have a copy. When we have a copy, we can easily see what our changes are doing with the photo. And we can see the improvements of post-production. Firstly, we're gonna make it more sharp. So we click the copy background layer. We go to filter, other, high pass, and we will see a screen. And usually I use the radius pixels at around 7 or 8. When we go too much, we see the picture very clear. And when we go too low, we won't see details at all. And we want to see some slightly details through the gray screen. Something like this. We see some small details now. Okay, so it's 7.2. Click on OK. Go to this box with normal. Click on it. And go to overlay. Click on it. Now we can see that the picture is much more sharper, and I will show you the difference. This was the photo before, and now we see the changes. It is much sharper. But we are not done yet. Now we are going to do some contrast. We click the copy layer, we go to image, adjustments and curves. Go to the default box and click on increase contrast. And with the preview box here on the right, you can see the changes and if you like it. You can also play with this, something like this. This is too bright or dark, but you can play with this. But mostly I just use increase contrast and that's fine for me. Click on OK. Okay, so now we go to the last step. We click on image, adjustments, and we go to shadows and highlights. And we just play with this bar until we have something that we like. I can't really tell you a number because every picture is different. But let's see, shadows, that makes it dark. Something like this looks good. The highlights, let's see. This makes it more dark. I like something like this. Let's see with a preview. It's dark. I don't really like it. Let's adjust it. I think the shadows are too much. So something like this, preview. Yeah, this looks better, more details and more coloration. Click on OK. And I will show you the difference of the picture before and now with the post-production. This was the picture before, and it wasn't a really bad picture at all, but you can see now what the difference of post-production does to a photo. Let's see. The difference. You see much more details, the coloration is better, it's much sharper, it's a much better overall photo in just a few minutes. So thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please subscribe and give a like.